All right. Hello, everyone. This is Kareem Canston, the encourager. I'm here to motivate you and inspire you in your life, your career, and your business. And I want to welcome you to Be Encouraged TV. We have started this many months ago, really trying to encourage people about their life, their career, and their business. And as we always do, we have on some great guests tonight. I'm having on my cousin, Al Garvin from AG Sound Media, and it's going to be a great night tonight. And so, listen, you all want to get your questions ready, you want to get your information ready, and comments and stuff. You want to share this post. We'll be talking about how to have the right sound and for your sacred space, but also for any space that you need some sound for. So, I have a question for you tonight because I always start off and do an intro in reference to an encouraging topic. And so if you share this post, put hashtag be encouraged. All right. Share this post with everyone that you know. Also, when you jump on, let us know who you are and where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country. Give us a shout out so we can give a shout out to your area. And so listen, remember, share this by putting hashtag be encouraged. And at the end of the show, we're going to be giving a free gift to everyone that's watching. You go to my website, kareemcanson.com, but we're actually going to be putting a post there that you all could jump into. And so I have a question for everybody. Do you have goals for 2018? Written down, in stone. You're not going to put any more on your list, or maybe you're going to put some more on your list before the end of the year. But do you have goals for 2018? And if you do, just put yes or no. You might not have any goals, and that's fine. But I want to know, do you have some goals written down? Are you thinking about goals? Or are you trying to put the same ones that you have for 2017 back on 2018? And so I have a free gift for everyone tonight to have an impact session, a 2-week goal challenge that I've been running for a long time, that I'm going to be giving it away for free to everyone tonight at the end of the show. And so listen, you want to make sure that you stay tuned, be involved, have some comments. And so listen, I'm going to start by, I'm not going to take any more time from my guests because I think it's a great opportunity to hear what Al Garvin has to say. And so I'm going to bring him on very soon. And he is going to talk about what he does in the sound industry, and also what are some of the things that he has learned from his experience, and what are the things that he's helping people out with. And so, it's very, very important that you have the right sound for your space. And so many times I talk to people and they don't have the right sound, right information, and right equipment to actually do the things that they need to do. So listen, you want to be, attuned to what we're going to be talking about. Is we're going to have a great time. We're going to have some good information. And so, before I bring on my guests, I think Al needs to turn your screen a little bit. I think you might be turned on me. There we go. Cool. All right. So Al's got a screen turned correctly. Hey, Al, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming on to Be Encouraged TV. If you can say hello to the people, introduce yourself, and let them know what you do.
Well, thank you, Kareem, for having me with you and a part of this great, wonderful TV show you have. My name is Al Garvin. The name of my company is called AG Sound Media. What I do, I'm an audio and video consultant. I provide sound for artists, and we'll also do installs for your place of business or church of worship, wherever, even in your homes. We also do that as well.
All right, cool. And so, Al, how long have you been doing this, and actually, what got you into doing sound?
Wow. Okay. How long have you been doing it, total or professionally?
Total, and then,
Okay. Well, my first gig, I was 14 years old. My dad took me to a church service to provide sound for a church service. I was 14. I'm 45 today. Professionally, I went professionally 2009. What I mean by professionally, um, I decided to get rid of the 9 to 5 job and went um, full time with this. And
Yeah.
it's been a struggle because everybody now wants to do it, and you have a lot of competition out there. But I guess because I've been here long, most of the clients sticks with me because of my knowledge into this business.
Awesome. Awesome. And so, talk to us about, like, what's the number one thing that you see out there when you're working with people that you know they just need help with?
Well, in the church, the worship, churches, the place of worship, they really need help. A lot of churches today, sound is so important. It's not like it used to be like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Sound is very important in the worship, places of worship. Um, because now we have technology, we have the new things like the digital mixers, everything went digital, even the video went digital, and even in the video aspect, you have the internet for broadcasting now. So it's
Mm,
like that opened up a whole lot, and I knew that was going to happen. Actually, I knew this was going to happen about 8 years ago. I've seen that broadcasting is going to be done more on the internet.
wow.
Um, but going back to the audio, this is something I always tell people. People will tolerate bad video, but it will not tolerate bad audio.
Interesting.
I'm telling you. Okay, what I mean by that, say if you have a broadcast and
Yeah.
you have a video, you have a camera, and you're shooting. It's not the greatest thing, but it's okay. But then you have your audio, where especially in a place of worship where they have the singing and playing with the sound equipment, and it gets distorted. It sounds distorted. People don't want to hear distortion while they're listening, especially over the broadcast, or even on the CDs or DVDs. And I found that people will not tolerate bad audio. They'll tolerate bad video, but not audio. So audio is very important, especially in a place of anywhere now. I don't care where you're at, not just the places of worship, but anywhere. And in corporate America itself, when you're doing your seminars, audio is very important. Once again, I've gone places where I'm listening to someone do something like in a corporate America. They're doing a presentation, and sometimes the audio is so bad. I'm like, I don't know what he's saying or she's saying, and I get to the point. Oh man, I mean, me being an audio guy, my attention now is on the audio instead of listening to what the person is saying. But I guess because I'm an audio guy, so that's the first thing I listen to. Is, oh man, how can people understand what's going on? But audio is very important, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I think what's happening, especially in places of worship, they have to understand audio is very important. Not just having a good sound system, but also having somebody to run it,
Mm,
qualified people, because everybody cannot understand audio. They think it's about turning up the volume and that's it. It's more than that. I always tell preachers and bishops and pastors, your audio guy engineer is just as important as your MD.
that's
You
right. That's
know,
right. Yes, and it's interesting what you said is that people will tolerate a bad video, but they won't tolerate bad sound.
no, they won't.
And one of the things a lot of people don't know that when you have like a one-time delivery
Yes.
and the sound is bad,
Yep. You're finished.
it's done. People don't want to listen to you, and
No.
it's so important. So many people don't think sound is important, but it is. What we
Yes.
hear, and especially what we see, is important. And if that stuff is distorted, you don't hear it clearly. It's not going to be good. So, talk to us about how can people tap into the resources that you have, and how can you help them?
Well, once again, like I said, I'm a consultant. The first thing, say someone needs some information on the audio, I would come and assess their place wherever they're gonna do it, even in their homes. To be honest with you, I've done homes where we put down the nice decors. What I mean by decor is like we have these speakers that look like rocks, look like
Yeah.
stones, and we put it around the backyard, the swimming pool, things like that, and have it connected up inside their home. Even that has to be properly done because you don't want that to distort. Once again, the first thing I'll do if someone needs want us to come in and then check out their system. I come in and assess the place first. I see what you have already. Maybe you have what you have just need to be tuned up or need to be, I don't know until I get there. I would suggest what I would use. I won't tell somebody give them something that I wouldn't use personally. Now, keep in mind, I'm also an audio sound guy. People call me to set up sound for different various artists. I've done mostly every single artist as for gospel artists out there except for Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond. But everybody else I've done sound for. Everyone out there. And I learned a lot. I mean, this is over the last 15 years. I've done Yolanda Adams, Anthony Brown, J.J. Harrison, who else? Hezekiah Walker, constantly. I'm always at his church. They have a sound system, and sometimes they call me to do their large events. So they'll call me to engineer it. But anyway, even with them, I've done some installs and showed them what they can do, and took it from there. And they have to tell me what they want. So that it's important that the preacher is there or the pastor is there, and the person who's in charge is there. I'm sorry,
Right.
Kareem.
And I know that you worked with my local church also, and has done some great things with sound, giving us tips, developing some streaming media, live stream media.
Yes, sir.
So one of the things that people they might be proficient in one area, but you're proficient in a lot of areas for sound and video and audio. But also you bring instruments to the whole.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
So, you have a whole package. And so one of the things I want people to know that, listen, a person like Al Garvin has the experience and the equipment to get the work done. And so a lot of people tinker around, with many things, but you're a professional. And so those people that are watching, if you have questions for Al Garvin, as he's talking about sound for your religious space. Hey, what's up, Julian? All the way from the West Coast, right? Sound for your business, sound for your event. I remember seeing a post where you did sound for a Jewish meeting. And,
yes. Yeah. You're talking about the Purim is something their Jewish custom every year. It's called they do their it's called Purim. That's in the book of Esther, for those who wants to know what's Purim about. I've been dealing with that synagogue for the past 4 years. They always request me and my sons to be there to run their sound. And let me tell you something, that's an awesome thing. I mean, it's over 5,000 men in that place, plus women and children. You can't see it all because my camera's not big enough to show it all, but it's an awesome, wonderful experience. And they're what you call it, what we call traditional Jewish people or Hasidic Jewish people, and the quality of sound. What they want is they know their stuff. That's what I got to tell you, and they can sing. As Mosaic songs, but they can sing. They know what harmony is. They know everything you think they don't know, but they know every single thing about sound too. So you just can't go in there thinking that they don't know, but they know, but just because you don't see them affiliate with outside their way. But I enjoy them. They always ask for me to come back, and that's awesome. I thank God for that. That's a wonderful experience that somebody wants you back. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And it's interesting that you have people from all different types of backgrounds. Religious area.
Yep. I do bluegrass. I do a lot of country music. I do a lot of gospel. I do a lot of Christian music. And I think they all. My favorite, to be honest with you, is country bluegrass. I love mixing that because it's just and gospel too because gospel Southern gospel and old and country music and bluegrass are similar in many ways. In many ways, people don't know. Like in country music, they have the same type of equipment. You have your traditional bass, you have your guitars, your keyboard, your piano, your organ. You have drums. Bluegrass is not like that. They're not really into drums. There's just their banjo, their violin, acoustic guitar, and I forgot this other instrument. I'm sorry, I totally forgot offhand. But the concept is still the same. But I love that. I love it. I love it a lot.
Right, and the interesting thing is that a lot of times, you get your family involved. Teaching the kids, and you have them running wires and running information back and forth, and so that's a good thing. And me as a person, I know a little bit about sound, but I'm not professionally astute with it. But what would be the thing that you would say that, all right, the people need to know this about sound? Like if they call in the technician, or if somebody says, listen, I want to buy a sound equipment, what should they do?
Well, I have that all the time. Mostly every day I get a call or somebody asking me one of those those questions that you're asking me. Either they're having a problem with their sound system, they can't get something to work. The people that I install their equipment, I usually try to use the same digital mixer or sound system. So when they call me, it's easy for me to talk them through over the phone or even texting. Right. And it actually works out better that way when I use the same format all the way around. So what I mean by that, say your church or your place of business have this similar digital mixer as something I install in another state. Everybody, it's easy for me to talk them through when they need the help. So that's one thing. So the second thing is when they call and say, what should we get? I try to steer them in something that I would get or that I have. So, most of the time, like I'll do a sound setup for a concert, and I have people come to me, listen, I want my bar or my church or my place to sound just like this. How can I get it sound like this? And I tell them, I say, do you know what you're asking? They say, yeah. I said, listen, do you know that this board costs this, and this system costs this? They look at me and say, are you for real? I say, yes, because it's this type of system. All systems are not the same. It's just like your cars. You have you have your little cheaper versions of cars, and then you got your Mercedes-Benz, your Beamers, things like that cost much more money, but you get what you get what you pay for. Right. So when you ask me, I want my sound system to sound just like this, I tell them, I say, okay, this was going to cost this, and this was going to cost that. Look it up yourself. And then when they look it up, they say, "Oh my goodness, you're right. I thought all boards were the same." I said, "No,
no,
it's not the same. No. It's not."
One of the things I was talking to my wife about, and my mother-in-law, they was like, "Man, Kareem, you should do like a workshop about, how to talk into the microphone."
Oh my goodness, Kareem! Oh my goodness, I do sound, right, and I have a singer or someone talking, and they have their microphone maybe 3 feet, I won't exaggerate, 2 feet to 2.5 feet away. I can't hear myself. I'm like, okay, well, try bringing the mic up a little closer.
That's right.
Oh my goodness, that's or they grope the top of the microphone.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's like, And it doesn't. And you get that crazy sound. And I try to tell them, I said, it sounds different. You take your hand and hold the mic properly, than groping it like that. So yeah, I know what you mean by that. Oh my goodness!
That's
If you
right.
can't do a seminar like that,
you know the wired mics that have the antenna on the bottom.
okay, the wireless mics.
Take they take their hand and they put it over the what was it, the antenna at the bottom,
right? And it cuts it cuts the frequency. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody turned the sound off. You're like, what are you talking about? You turned the sound off.
or they have a microphone that has an on and off button, and they turn it off. And they said, listen, my mic wasn't working. I said, well, you had the on button, the off button, the on button off on. So I try to use microphones that don't have that feature, so that me as the sound guy can control it, mute it from the board, because or else that's another headache. When you have that.
Talk about what's the nuances that are happening with sound. I know a lot of people are using these wireless connectors, and instead of using wires with
okay, now
good, or
well on a pro level, on a big concert level, I wouldn't use that.
Okay.
As for the wireless wires that connects to the speakers, that's what you're talking about? Yeah. I would use that maybe on corporate events.
All right.
It's something small, just in case something do go wrong, I can easily wire, do something backup. But when you're on a big concert and your artist is depending on you, I got to go with what's working right now. Not saying that's not gonna get better, but I'm sure it will. But right now, no. It took me some time to go to a digital mixer. Using a digital Cat5 wire snakes now. I don't use a regular analog traditional snake anymore. I use a Cat5 wire for my snake now.
Wow.
It took me some time to get used to that, because I said, how can 40 channels of audio go through these little wires?
That's right.
And come out clean and clear. So that was a concern for me for a while, but it works. So, it took me some time to get to that, but I'm not saying that won't happen with the wireless connections. You gotta be careful with wireless, because wireless is, you have a lot of things that's wireless. I mean, if you have everything, you remember everything has its own channel. So if one thing is close to another channel, you'll get an interference.
That's right.
So you got to be really careful with that. Your phone is an interference with wireless. That's why even now they're outlawing the 600 megahertz with wireless mics now. Anything with 600 to anything from 600 to 699 is no longer, you can't have that no more. They already outlawed 700 in New York here, 700 to 799. Yeah, that's for fire.
They take over other airways and stuff.
Well, I don't know. It's just that I know the 700 megahertz to 799. It's for the fire engines and police here in New York. Now they're outlawing the 600 band. So you got to be now. But fortunately, with the digital microphone, like I have a digital microphone it says 2.4 gigahertz.
Wow.
So it's a little different. It works on a different frequency, but still, I know guys like this guy named Phil Christie. He has a big sound company, man. He tells me he used about at least 40 equipment that runs on wireless. So I told her, I said, how do you get around from getting into trouble? He said, it's just, you got to deal with it.
That's right.
You got to deal with it. But over 40 channels of wireless, because remember, everything cannot be on the same channel or it bleeds together. Everything has to be a separate channel.
So what people are you looking to work with? Who would be a good client, good customer? Well, anyone watching this broadcast, live and on the replay. So,
well, anyone who wants to pay. Hey,
let's talk. Don't have a money, go. All right. Listen, pray about it. I'll talk to you later. I just went to a training, and the guy says, "Listen, Stop being free consultants. I'm like, yo, no, he didn't tell us that. He says, listen, your worth is
Yes.
greater than you giving it away all the
That's
time.
right. Yes.
Make somebody feel good. Stop making
Yes.
people feel good. They need to start paying you just like they pay other people.
That's
They
right.
pay McDonald's, they pay the electric bill, they pay for a coffee, but why not pay for your services?
Same thing. I have this. I'm trying to be careful what I say on the air here, but I was talking to this minister. That's what I'm going to say. I said, listen, my knowledge of what I know is worth what I'm asking for, or whatever situation may be. Let me give you something that happened to me not too long ago. This church called me to take care of a problem that they was having with their video system, and the pastor wanted to have their people watch what I was doing, so I guess to learn it, so they have to deal with me again or not use my service. But I told them, I told the pastor, I said, listen, when you take your car in to get fixed, do you sit there and watch the mechanic do the work? No. Because first of all, you're not even allowed to be in the mechanic's space. They tell you for insurance purposes, please stay behind the line. But I said, this is what I do. You didn't call me to train your people. You called me to come fix the problem. Now, if you call me to train your people, that's different. You know what I'm saying? That's totally different. But people do that to me a lot, man. They want to just see what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and then put me to the side. But that's okay. I got a little smarter. I got a little smarter with that.
Right.
So
and one of the things people don't understand, and I was just talking to one of my friends yesterday. Him and I did a lot of stuff in the church realm, and he would be like, and him and I would talk. He was like, every single second counts.
That's right.
Delivering the word of God, religious activity, and you have like an hour, half an hour, 20 minutes, 2 hours. Every single second of audio counts, and so one little disruption can mess up a whole 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And people don't understand that, and so they just think that it's easy. You turn on the switch, you turn on the volume high, so you don't have to touch it again. But it's not about that.
That's right.
Monitoring and having the right processes and the right equipment.
Right, and as another thing, people think when you set up a sound system that you could just set it and walk away from it. A lot of churches get that wrong perception, that they don't need a qualified sound person to run their system, especially today's system. They got a lot of sophisticated equipment, especially with the digital mixers. Digital mixers like a computer. It's like, man, I mean, the things that is going on, you gotta know your stuff. Yeah, one can learn it, but once again, it's just like your keyboard players, your organ players. There are people who can be taught, and there are people who are just talented with it. You can tell the difference in between the two. But they think you can just walk away from the board and that's it. No, you can't. Especially when you broadcast and you got your service is being broadcast, you got to worry about every single thing. You want something to come close to perfection with audio. You don't want a lot of feedback, or why is it sounding like that? It's all that's all important, especially today, because if you're doing something and you're broadcasting, people want to know what you're talking about or hear what you're talking about, or else they would turn it off.
That's right.
They would turn it off and say everything was terrible, even the video. And you can have the perfect video shots, but because you have the worst audio, everything is terrible. Because
it's like live stream. You see the people moving and talking, but you can't hear them.
Right. Oh man. My church is out here in Long Island, Prayer Tabernacle in Amityville, and they hired me to be the sound guy for the last year or so, and it's so. It gets a little bit, difficult because I'm doing the broadcast as well as controlling the house sound, so So I got to make sure that my pastor, which is now he's a bishop, Bishop Walter Willie Sr., Church of God in Christ at Prayer Tabernacle, got to make sure that that's correct, as well as he's able to hear everything going straight through the broadcast. Now, I'm not perfect. We're not perfect. Sometimes we forget to turn on the audio, and we have
Yeah.
people text and say, "Listen, I don't hear no audio. Just see the lips are moving." I said, I thank God for people who these texting you this way. Oh man, I forgot to turn on the audio switch on the broadcast so they can hear it. I said, oh my! But those things
Yeah,
you can never do that.
I was sitting in service and I get a text. Hey, the audio's not on, or the system went down and I can't.
Yes.
Like, well, we're streaming live. What are you talking about? Or it's buffering. You're like, well, I don't know whose fault is it. You know.
Well, when it comes down to the buffering, that could be on the end user side.
Yeah.
Yes, they don't understand that if they have a slow internet or things are going on, that can cause it to buffer, stop and go. You know, now you got this thing with Facebook Live.
Yes.
That's a big thing, especially for broadcasting. But it's okay. Facebook Live is cool. It has, but it does still have its limitation. People don't realize that because if you say something wrong or something they don't like, they can shut you down, and that's it.
Yeah.
Still having your own site with your own broadcasting is still safe to have both going. So what we're going to be doing, what I'll be doing with a lot of churches, is have Facebook Live and their regular broadcast going at the same time. So
that's a good idea.
That's more than one portal to get there. That's important.
That's right. Yes. That's right. So as we wind down this interview session, any last thoughts, last tips to the folks that are watching and the folks that will be watching the replay?
Well, sound is so important, guys. Get it right. If you need consulting, you can call me. I give my number, Kareem.
Sure.
Oh yeah, you can call me anytime. 631 area code 805-6951. That's 631-805-6951. That's Al Garvin, AG Sound Media. Or you can
I just put it out too. I just put it up on the screen.
Thank you. Or you can email me at agsoundmedia. One word, agsoundmedia @gmail.com. That's A as in Apple, G as in Garvin, sound media @gmail.com. And I could definitely help you. If you have any questions in your audio and video, what you can do to improve, or if you need someone to come to the church to train, or anything in that aspect of dealing with audio video, I can do my best for you.
Thank you, Al. And I want to thank you for being our guest on our show tonight.
Well, thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Welcome. You've been a great guest, and so as I said before, the people will be giving away a free gift tonight. I just posted a link in the comment section. You get a free 2018 goals template that you can work on your 2018 goals. And so we want to thank Al Garvin from AG Sound Media for being our guest tonight, and we will talk to you all next week, same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all for watching, and please share this episode also.